So the story really came out of just talking about the kind of things that influenced us as kids and the stuff that we really wanted to see, again. And this particular notion was really kind of born out of this idea of a man who had done the kinds of crazy experiments and cutting-edge scientific work that would be typical of a David Cronenberg type movie, or something that felt like the Altered States type stuff. This is the kind of a thing that we've explored before. I mean, in Alias, we did an episode that actually featured David Cronenberg as essentially a mad scientist. But those kind of characters have always been things that have just gotten me incredibly excited. The sort of the Frankenstein idea, but told as legitimately as possible. And it's that place that Michael Crichton, where he lives, and it's the sort of the kind of storytelling that it's definitely science fiction, but it's presented as science fact. And even going back to the Twilight Zone, it's the sort of thing that Rod Serling, I think, did so brilliantly, which is that he took these extreme, almost preposterous situations and told them through character in a way that made you believe it and care. And so that was sort of literally the beginning of this, came out of discussing things that we loved.
Fringe evolved actually out of lots and lots of conversations over very many years between Bob and JJ and myself about the kinds of movies that we loved and the kinds of movies that sort of hooked us as kids, movies like The Fly. And we thought a lot about the idea that there's very little on television now that can kind of hook you both emotionally and, at a gut level, that something that gives you a sense of horror and genre. And those are the two worlds that I think we love, to travel in the most. So we talked and we kind of, over the course of some time decided we could write a pilot together and came up with this idea. And these characters just sort of evolved out of a lot of loose conversations about the kinds of people that we like to put in these situations and the kinds of stories we wanted to tell.
Well, originally the funny part is we were only going to do an hour pilot. That was actually what we'd sold and what we'd pitched. But, we can never... You never want to just be constrained by the format of 1 hour television, and in writing it, we realized we wanted to make it kind of into a little movie, and that's always how we approached Alias, and that's obviously how he's approached Lost as well with Damon Lindelof. And so we wanted to kind of treat this with a little bit different kind of storytelling and make it a 2 hour pilot, make it really a little movie to kick off the show.